I'm your host, Jimmy Crowther, breaking down all the latest NBA news and rumors and answering all of your questions on today's live mailbag. You can get on the show by using hashtag NBA or sending me your super chats, and we will get your questions pulled up on screen. Ryan Vasquez is the first question of the day and says, where should the best available free agents go, like Andre Roberson to the Warriors and Dewayne Dedmon to the San Antonio Spurs? You know, I actually like that Andre Roberson to the Warriors kind of thing. They need wing defense, and there's not a lot of that going on in Golden State right now. I think he would be an excellent pickup for them. Dewayne Dedmon to the Spurs doesn't make a lot of sense for me because he's more of a win-now player, and the Spurs aren't really in win-now mode, so I'm going to say no to that one. But Roberson to the Golden State Warriors, hey, who says no in that one? Blinky Yee says, do you think the Raptors can trade for James Harden, and should we? Could they? Yes. Will they? I don't think so. I think it's going to have to include either Pascal Siakam or maybe both Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby, and I'm not doing that if I'm the Raptors. I'm not going to give up that much of my young core to go out and get a guy that could completely ruin the chemistry for the Toronto Raptors. So, no, I don't think they should, unless somehow, some way, they can find a way to hold on to OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam in that one. I think it's just too much to give up for a guy that you don't even know if he wants to be there. Now, if he wants to be there, great, but I haven't seen any indication that he does want to go to Toronto. But General says the Mavericks are currently discussing a trade with the Rockets to get James Harden. Dallas will include a load of future round picks in exchange for the former MVP. This must be Scoop B Robinson's burner account. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go follow me on Twitter at all_Mavs, whatever, all the underscores. Because the Mavs are not trading for James Harden. First of all, they don't have the assets to do it. They cannot do it. They have the next first round pick they can actually trade is in 2025. That's not enough to go out and get James Harden. Number two, a combination of, I don't know, Josh Green, Tyrell Terry, Tyler Bay, and like something else ain't going to make it happen either. The only way the Mavs could actually do it would be by giving up Kristaps Porzingis and all their rookies. If I'm Dallas, now don't get me wrong, Harden is definitely a better player than Kristaps Porzingis. But in the NBA, fit and chemistry matter. And James Harden does not fit this team, and the chemistry would be completely destroyed. I am out on the Mavs trading for James Harden. Javorsky Lane tweeting in or commenting in on today's show says, is Horton Tucker legit or is this a fluke? So obviously this being the amazing preseason that the second-year guard out of Iowa State is having for the Los Angeles Lakers. And, you know, can I be on the fence about this where it's not a fluke, but it's hard to say it's legit? Because I think by legit you mean, is he going to do this in the regular season? And the answer is no. Because for two reasons. Number one, he's not going to play 37 minutes in the regular season. He's definitely not going to play 41 minutes in the regular season. And he probably won't ever even play 24 minutes in the regular season. And with those numbers in minutes, you're obviously going to see his points and rebounds go up. So I think the talent is absolutely legit. I think to put those expectations on Talen Horton-Tucker for the regular season is a bit unrealistic. I say give Horton-Tucker about 12 to 15 minutes a night, see if he can continue to do that in the regular season, and then up his minutes. The kid's still just 20 years old. Don't put the weight of the world on his shoulders like you did with Kyle Kuzma in his rookie year. There's no reason to do that. So not a fluke, but not 100% legit either. Have you watched any preseason games at all? Type Y for yes or type your N for no. And if you're watching today's video, you got to be at least somewhat of an NBA fan, which makes me think you've probably watched some preseason games. Personally, every time there's one on, I'm turning it on and I'm trying to watch it. I have watched at least 6 games all the way through, and then I've watched bits and pieces of some other preseason games as well. But let me know about you guys in the comments section. This deal at Fanatics is something I got to tell you about. Chatsports.com/NBA City. All the City Edition gear right now, if you order it today, will get to you by Christmas. So go to chatsports.com/NBA City. Get any City Edition NBA gear while you still can. Because the City Edition stuff, it goes fast. It sells out quickly. And I'm not talking about just jerseys. I'm talking jerseys, hats, shorts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and jackets, all available at this link, chatsports.com/NBA City. Super chat time from Levi says, where will Moutier get signed? I think the Suns on a 1-year deal, maybe a minimum. Subscribe to Chat Sports too. Thanks, Levi. It's very odd to me that Emmanuel Mudiay hasn't been signed yet because he was a pretty good backup at times in Utah. You know, he's a good floor general. He can't shoot the ball. That's kind of the main reason I think he hasn't gotten a contract quite yet. You know, Phoenix could work, but I think they like Javon Carter as a backup. But I'm not sure what team really needs a backup right now. Maybe the Los Angeles Clippers could be a team for Emmanuel Mudiay. Vince with the Super Chat says, will the NBA play in the same bubble-like atmosphere for the playoffs again? If so, where? I think they probably should. Now, I don't know what the NBA is going to look like by the playoffs. It could be a totally different – I don't even know what the world's going to look like by the playoffs. It could be a totally different story, and everyone could just play in their own hometown. But I think you play it safe, and it's like, hey, if we made it all the way to the playoffs, why risk it now? Put it back in a bubble, and, hey, let's just go back to Disney World. Let's make it fun for everybody. I say yes, but who really knows? Bob the Pickle says, Celtics get Myles Turner, Pacers get a first. Celtics get Myles Turner, Pacers get a first. Ask the question twice in one. You know, I think just one first-round pick isn't enough for the Indiana Pacers. And I think the Celtics should be interested in Myles Turner, but apparently they're not as interested as I think they should be. So I would say Boston says yes. Indiana says no. Now, look, the Pacers don't love the fit, the Pacers don't love the fit of Myles Turner and Domantas Sabonis, so maybe that leads them to give up more just for one first-round pick. But I think you got to combine a first with maybe one of those young guys, not one of your rookies. It doesn't have to be Pritchard or Aaron Nesmith. Probably doesn't even have to be Grant Williams. But maybe a combination of a Carson Edwards or a Javonte Green or something like that to go out and get a better big man like Myles Turner. I say why not? You might as well if you're Boston. And if you haven't subscribed to the Celtics channel yet, you see that youtube.com/CelticsTV right below me. Click on this link to get all your Boston Celtics coverage. Stick with the Celtics here as Laramie comes in with the question. Says, are the Celtics going to trade Jaylen Brown? Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're definitely not going to trade Jaylen Brown for Myles Turner, so I'll put you at ease there. I've seen rumors that they've talked about a Jaylen Brown, James Harden trade. I say absolutely don't do that if you're Boston. Hold on to Jaylen Brown, even though James Harden is the better player. Look, Jaylen Brown is definitely the best trade chip the Celtics have outside of Jason Tatum, but I want to say halfway realistic trade chip. But if I'm Boston, you have a two-way star in Jaylen Brown, a guy that can give you 20 points per game on the offensive end, but can also lock down the best player on the defensive end. So are they going to trade him? I say no, unless it's for some home run player like a Bradley Beal. I don't consider James Harden a home run player because he's kind of a wild card and you don't know exactly what you're going to get. If Bradley Beal became available, maybe they trade him then. But at the end of the day, I'm probably going to hold on to Jaylen Brown. The Brennanator says, are the Blazers being #slept on? Yes and no, because I think everybody kind of agrees they're a playoff team, but they're not any more than like a 6 seed at this point. Because you look at the 5 teams that I think are better than them, you've got the Clippers, the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Jazz, and the Mavs. I think all 5 of those teams are better than the Blazers this year. So they're good. I think they're probably the 6th seed in the West, but I don't know if I'd say they're exactly being slept on. Sanjay says, do you think Stephen Curry will be the MVP? Now, before Klay Thompson got hurt, I did pick Steph Curry to win MVP this year. But after Klay Thompson's injury, unfortunately, he's going to miss the entire year. I just can't pick Steph Curry because that was such a big part of his offense was playing with another floor spacer like Klay Thompson. So, no, I don't think he will, but I'll say this. I think he'll be top 3 in the top 3 in the MVP voting. And another problem that Steph's going to have is that this Warriors team isn't going to be incredible. They're not going to be a top 5 team in the West. And if you're not top 5 in your conference, you're probably not going to be an MVP candidate. I wanted to bring this question up. Who got you into basketball? Maybe it was your dad. Maybe it was your mom. Maybe it was a certain NBA player. Let me know in the comment section or in the live chat. I want to hear how you guys got really into basketball. Personally, it was a combination. My dad, my cousins, and Dirk Nowitzki. All 3 met in this little triangle that basically just got me into being the basketball junkie that I am today. But let me know about you guys in the comment section. Brian Scott, brother of producer Brett Scott, says, who goes further in the playoffs, the Sixers or the Celtics? As currently constructed, I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics. They've done it before. They've already gone further. I think they'll do it again. I love Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They've already proven that they can go far. The Sixers are still a bit unproven, right? Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, I don't know what they're going to look like this year, and especially with Doc Rivers on board. So I'm going to go with Boston, and I think Boston is probably somewhere between a second-round exit and the conference finals exit. But I think they definitely get out of the first round. I'm not 100% convinced Philly will get out of the first round. The Brennanator says all NBA rookie team prediction. Ooh, good question. I think my locks are LaMelo Ball, James Wiseman, and Obi Toppin. I think those 3 guys will be in. I would probably put Anthony Edwards up there because I think he'll have the opportunity to do it in Minnesota. And then I'll give you 2 wild cards. So I know I'm kind of cheating here. I'm giving you 6. Tyrese Halliburton from the Sacramento Kings and Devin Vassell from the San Antonio Spurs. Those are all guys I would watch out for the all-rookie team this year. Now, speaking of rookies, who is your favorite rookie in the NBA from this past draft class? Let me know in the comment section or in the live chat who your favorite rookie is from this past class. Personally, I love watching LaMelo Ball, and I know it's cliche, but I cannot help but turn on a Charlotte Hornets game. And I'm not turning on a Charlotte Hornets game to watch Bismack Biyombo. I'm turning on a Hornets game to watch LaMelo Ball. Let me know what you guys got in the comment section.